thing. Once I get money next month, I'm gonna get a new one.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 27th episode of The Asylum. We have some people here and others will be coming in. Devin, LB, and I hope y'all are having a good weekend so far. We're going to talk about a bunch of different topics today. Let's start with Christian. He's going to tell us about his little trip to Wisconsin Dells. Go ahead, Christian.
All right, hey everyone. So I went to Wisconsin Dells like about a week or two ago for a few days, and as usual, it was fun. I go every year, and going to the pool, going to water parks and all that stuff, Mount Olympus. What else? We did some biking, like rented bikes from the hotel. Um, we did some exercise, but playing tennis because there's like a gym with like a tennis court and a basketball court, so we did some of that stuff. And I got some videos on my channel, my first channel, my original channel. So anybody interested, you can go and check that out. But there are some incidents that happen that is kind of weird, but you know. So the first day we go over there, one of the first things we do is go in the pool, and just swimming around, the usual thing. And let's just say there was some racism pool. And what I mean by that is that there was some black folk, there was some white folk, few Hispanics, but there was a few white people that were racist. So now here's what happened. So little the black there was a black family who had a baby. No, not really a baby, but like a little one, like around 5 years old or something. Just swimming around, and the racist people was a white dad and a white son. So, well, no, two white sons and no, yeah, two sons. One, or no, three sons. Two were big and one were small. So I guess the little black daughter, um, I guess was she was just splashing and she was just like having fun in the pool. And I guess she was a little out of control to it, I guess, too much for the racist motherfuckers. So she was splashing, and it got to the little ki to the white little kids, that were the family. Um, then, and I didn't notice until afterwards. So the white father, no, not the white father, the white kid. He said that he was gonna smack the black right off of the face. You fucking douchebag. So your little white sons or little brothers get splashed by the little black girl when I'm sure she didn't mean it on purpose. She was just splashing, she was just having fun. And then you go, oh, I'm gonna smack the black. And apparently the black father heard it. So the black father, yeah, I guess he heard it, or he could read lips. So the black father went to him, and he's like, "What the fuck did your son say?" And the father didn't even know. And then it started. Then the black father just smacked the shit out of his damn son, out of the white father's son, and then the white father smacked the black father, and then they started like splashing fucking water and then putting their heads in the fucking pool and underneath the water, and it just started like a little fight, and then a bunch of people were going to the water and just separating everybody apart. It was just like, wow. So, any comment on that? On the first thing?
I just, I have no tolerance for racism whatsoever. Of course, we know a lot of people here in the YWC that are racist.
Like he literally say he would smack the black, like, go fuck yourself.
You know what, though? I'm not defending that person because, yes, they should go fuck themselves. That is, you know what? Fuck racism. But I will say this, that's not even half as bad as what some of the people here in the good old YWC say about blacks.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what? I think people in the North and a lot of the YWC members that are racist live in the North. I think the North is behind the times because I'm telling you, I live down here and I don't see as much racism as you hear about up north. I'm sure there's racism down here. I'm 100% sure there's racism, but it doesn't seem to be as much or as severe. Well, okay, in Texas, because you hear a lot of shit about racists, in other parts of the South.
Oh
But
yeah.
I think here in Texas, because really, let's face it, and this is not racism, this is a fact, Texas is made up of Hispanics and African Americans, which is fine. I love it. I love Texas. White people are the minority, at least where I am. So I guess that's probably why you don't get the white on black racism as much as in the North. Well, in Texas, I know there's racism in Georgia and all that, Mississippi, horrible, nasty racism. I know that. Okay, so I just mean Texas. Okay, and surprisingly, even though the North was against slavery and all of that, um, they seem to be for African Americans. There's a lot of damn racism in the North. You know what I'm getting at?
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um, I hate racism. And racism isn't just white on black, because down here in Texas, there's severe racism, Hispanics against blacks. And that's sad too, because we're all Americans, right? We should all be brothers and sisters. So
We're all
I'm
humans.
appalled. I'm appalled at that. Seriously, there is a shit ton of racisms with Hispanics against blacks down here where I live.
Yep. They're like every race Um, Not everybody, but every single race has a problem with a different race. You know, there's blacks that have something to do with whites, Hispanics, whites, uh, Asians, whatever. But either way, um, the son can go fuck himself, and like, like wow, like she was just having fun, and she gets that. She didn't get like smacked. She didn't get smacked or anything. Thank goodness. But like, is that even necessary?
And everybody's on vacation, and they got to act like that on vacation. Just enjoy yourself on your vacation.
Yeah, I think the father must have said something to. I mean, I didn't hear anything, but um, there was something that the father said that I didn't hear, and the black dude just had his fucking eyes wide open. He just fucking smacked the shit out of him, and then they just started like a big fucking fight. It was
You know, the
just,
adult had no business putting his hands on a kid, though. I don't care if racism was going on. An adult shouldn't put his hand on a kid.
oh no, he didn't put his hands on the kid. He put his hands on the father. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, he did smack the shit out of the
So,
kid. Yeah,
racism or not, he was wrong. He should not have touched that kid.
but yep, that's the first thing that happened.
The father should have disciplined the kid. So, you know what? Sad to say, he put himself in a position where the one who said something racist wouldn't get in trouble. He could actually get in trouble for smacking that kid.
Yeah, I think the white father said something racist too. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, but you don't hit a kid because of what their father said either.
Right.
Racism wrong. I'm not defending the racist, but I just think that uh, the victim of the racism acted poorly as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's like not my age, but like a few years younger, but it doesn't really make a difference though. But yeah, that's the first thing that happened. The second thing that happened, and this was stupid. Okay, so you know how you go to a restaurant. So in this case I went to Pizza Pub with the family. I was the last one. You know, my mom, my sister, then my father, and then I was last, right? Opening the doors. Like, you know how there's the door from the outside, then you open the door, and then there's another door from the inside, and then you open that door. So my family was already in. I was the last one. I was feeling my pockets because I forgot. I thought I forgot something, but I didn't. So I was like kind of far behind from the family. So I opened the door from the outside. I went in. Then I had the door from the inside open, and there was a family behind, and like opening the outside doors, and I saw there was a little kid. Uh, so the family, they were coming in, but they were taking their sweet time. Like they weren't really coming in. They took like like 10 seconds to even come inside. And around the 5 second mark, I'm like, okay, they're not coming in. I'm just gonna close the door. I'm gonna stop holding the door. So I'm walking towards my family because they're far away. So I'm just walking, and then they come in. And then I don't know if it was the mother or the daughter. One of them made a remark, said some stuff about me, and they said, one of them said, "Oh, thanks for holding the door. You're such a gentleman," in a sarcastic voice. And then I look back to see what the fuck, and then I look back, and then there was nobody else. It was just me, because like they could have talked about anybody else, but since I was the only one there at that spot, I'm like, well, you weren't coming in, so I ended up um closing the door. You uh how about you come into the store instead of wasting your fucking time uh coming inside? And then she's like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Yeah, you heard me. You took your sweet ass time trying to get inside the damn store restaurant." And then the waiter was like, "Okay, son, just keep moving on." And then told the other family to just go to the other side. Like, they weren't coming into the restaurant, so I closed the door. And then they're trying to give me a hard time because I closed the door on them. Like, you took your sweet ass time to come inside. So I'm like, okay, you're not coming inside, so I'm just gonna close the door because my family's all the way from far away from me, so I'm not really to blame here because they took like 15 seconds to even come inside. So I'm like, fuck it. And of course, I'm not gonna be quiet about it. I'm gonna say, you weren't coming in, so I ended up closing the door.
You know what would have been funny?
What's up?
When they said it sarcastically, you should have just said, "You're welcome." That
I could have, but
would have been hilarious.
yeah, but that was so dumb. Thanks. You're such a gentleman. Go fuck yourself. So that's the second thing that happened. The third thing, not there was no altercation of any sorts, but I find this, I don't know, I just find this like weird. Well, not really weird, but like think to myself why. You know, going to the pool, going to the jacuzzi, you're just chilling out. You're swimming around, and then the jacuzzi, you're just laying back and feeling the bubbles and all that. And this black girl, she sits in the stairs of the jacuzzi, and she's just on her phone. She's just going on her phone with her feet in the water and just like messaging away the whole time. I mean, she could do whatever she wants, but I'm thinking to myself, like, why would she just come inside and just chill out? And like, who knows? She might end up having her phone drop in the water, and then it will stop working. You
That's
know,
what I was thinking. She's going to drop that phone.
like she was just having her feet, like she wasn't like inside the jacuzzi. She was just like sitting upstairs, like on her phone. It's like, could you just put your phone down for a couple of minutes and just relax? You know?
No, because those people miss out on life because they're so stimulated by the phone, you know? They just
Yeah.
have such a short attention span. They have to be on the phone. So they miss out on some nice things. And some girls just think they look really cool when they're on their phone, too. There's that.
But in the jacuzzi, come on, jacuzzi's for relaxation. You know,
Well, you've got fucktards at the movie theater
that's true.
that pay all that money because movies are expensive these days. And they sit there on their fucking phone. And I mean, I guess that's their business if that's what they want to do, but they're not supposed to be on them to begin with in the movie theater. Around here, they've started kicking people out with their phones.
Wow.
Which, I mean, I agree with. I don't think that it's wrong to kick people out if they're messing up a movie for everybody else that paid good money to see it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time I forgot which movie I was watching, but there was a point where I think it was San Andreas, I think. Um, well, I was watching the movie, and then somebody's phone was like fucking ringing, and it was I forgot which scene it was, but it was like a quiet scene, and all of a sudden, ring, 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 and I'm like,
They might have forgotten to turn off their phone, though.
no, but then it started talking. It was like
Oh.
you could have just messaged and say, hey, I'm watching a movie. I'll get back with you, and they just
That's
quickly turn off the phone, you know.
that's just a rude, entitled, ignorant person. Because first, okay, um, if they need to take calls, they shouldn't be in the movie theater because they don't have time.
All right.
They have to take their important calls. Why ruin the movie for other people that paid good money because you're a stupid asshole? That's the way I see it. They've around here they've said shut your phone off because we may ask you to leave and stuff like that. So I agree with that.
Yeah, 'cause you're distracting yourself. Well, not you, but the people who go on their phones. I mean, you're pretty much distracting yourself from watching the movie that you paid good money for.
And for everybody else too.
Right.
You should not be if you're waiting for an important call, then don't go to a movie. It's as simple as that. And this is off the subject, but here's another thing.
Hmm.
If you can't afford a babysitter, then you can't afford to go to the movies.
Hmm.
I don't want your fucking little bratty kid ruining the movie that I paid some of my hard-earned money for because you're not disciplining them. You're letting them scream and yell and talk and okay? And a little baby, a little infant has no business being in a movie.
Yep, that's happened too.
Like I said,
That's
you can't afford a fucking babysitter. You're using your money on the wrong thing by going to the movies.
Yeah, that happened when me, my cousins, and my dad were watching Grown Ups too. We went to go see that movie, and there was a family with a baby, and she was just like crying, like wait, wait, like everybody in the damn theater could hear it. And then
If she
me and
was
my cousins were,
intelligent,
yeah,
if she had a brain, she would have walked the baby out and got the baby to stop crying.
yeah, 'cause I was talking to one of my cousins, I'm like, why didn't you just get out?
They're entitled. They don't care about anybody else.
Yeah, it was like halfway through. Not no, not really halfway through. It was like a little almost halfway through, and it was distracting us.
See, it puts you in a position where you got to pick a matinee. I try to pick matinees down here where I know not too many people will be there with their kids.
Hmm.
Because usually matinees, yeah, there'll be kids there. It just depends on the day, okay, or how long the movie's been out. But
Hmm.
I try to, work it so that I don't have to deal with it. And the thing is you almost have to skip matinees because even in R-rated movies, they let like little tiny kids go in there with their family.
Oh,
But they've come up with this rule that after a certain time at night, like after 6,
Hmm.
Nobody under a certain age will be admitted, even with a parent. So, that's kind of good too.
Yeah.
But you still, even without the kids, you still have assholes that, are rude in the movies.
Yeah. But those three things happened, but overall it didn't ruin my vacation because I still had fun. But the other things that I was talking about before I went into the negative. So, yep. And also I will be going to Kissimmee, Florida next month. Or not next month, next week.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm so damn jealous. I can't even handle it.
Just yeah, don't uh try to get my dress or whatnot. You can come and kill me, but you know, not
I'm
saying you are. You know,
I'm glad you still had fun on your trip. That's what's
thanks.
important right there.
Yeah, thanks. And more fun to come before school season or school, not school. I said school season. Uh, School starts. So,
Don't say the word school. I forbid it.
well, for me. So,
No, I
well,
forbid anybody in the world to say school. I do not want to deal with that. Unfortunately, I have to.
yeah, my apologies. Don't worry, it's still July.
I'm trying to deny that as much as I possibly can. Okay. Well, did you have anything more you wanted to say about your trip?
Uh, Not really. Um, well, other than the place that we were staying at, it was nice. There was like a not really a little lake, like a big lake surrounding like the hotels,
What was the
the
name of it?
whole
The hotel.
the hotel, the Tamarack.
Oh,
Yeah,
never heard of that.
yeah, it's pretty much like a hotel where like there's like stuff there for you to do, like a bunch of stuff. So
Like a resort?
yeah, but like not as big, but it's still a good place to go. I recommend it. Do some not only some swimming time and chillaxing time, but some workout time. So,
Sounds nice. Sounds really, really nice.
but yeah, that's all I have to say about the trip.
Well, I heard that some people were bitching up a storm that Raids is getting depushed, and they're blaming the quote unquote Sparks for his depush.
Oh
Do
yeah,
you have
because
anything to say about that?
they run the company, right? They run the company like the fans. They work in the business and they take control of every single thing that the company does. No matter if no matter if they're the ones who fucked them up themselves, it's the fans' faults. Like no, go fuck yourself.
These dweebs. I swear, these dweebs. They need to get a hold of themselves. Okay? He got depushed because he broke the wellness policy. He did it to himself, like you were saying. He did it to himself. You're going to blame the Smarks for that? What did they do? Tie him down and force whatever it was into his mouth? You got to be kidding me. And also, we don't force him to say the stupid shit that he says, putting the fans down in his interviews. We don't force him to do that. He does that of his own choice.
Hmm.
He broke his face character on a show out of his own choice. and then the wellness policy on top of it. No, it's not the Smarks' fault. Are you actually saying that Vince McMahon listened to us? I
No.
heard you say he went, oh, well, the fans aren't happy, so let's see push Reigns. You are full of shit. You better get out of your little denial bubble.
I'll give WWE this. I'm surprised that they're actually going through with it with Reigns, to be honest, because usually, and there's a point to be made about a certain someone else I'm going to talk about. Um, but I'm surprised that Reigns, like, they're actually pulling the plug, because usually with the wellness policy, they protect certain people. I mean, dude, okay, okay, and then
You
people are
were
gonna
going to
be like,
say motherfuckers.
yeah, and then people are gonna be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, make it like do you honestly think, do you really think that John Cena, right, after all those years with those damn veins on his damn fucking arms, and then WrestleMania, he has a damn pencil neck and shit. Do you really honestly think that WWE has not protected him all those years?
No, they believe that that's all natural with Cena. Their savior cannot possibly at all ever break the wellness policy. It's all natural.
Yeah, and okay, you know what? I'm gonna get to the fanboys in a minute, but like, and then another person. Well, before that, like, there's no way John Cena, like, he hasn't lifted all those years. Like, that's all fucking natural. That's a bunch of load of garbage. And another person that doesn't have to go through that crap. Triple H. You got pee in the piss cup. And then you got CM Punk over there. Did you?
LB says that he heard sponsors force WWE to punish Reigns because Vince originally didn't want to. And Cena. I don't know what he means by and Cena, that happened with Cena or Cena wanted Reigns punished.
And Cena. And
What,
Cena?
what are you
Oh,
saying about Cena there, LB?
Cena. Oh, bet. Well,
Okay, but at least putting aside him betting that's the same with Cena. The first part of it says, that Vince wasn't going to, but the sponsors made him. That's what he heard. And then he's saying that he bet Cena did roids. So one of them is just his guess, and the other is something that he heard.
which again, uh, but okay. I'm going so many directions with this. Um, so okay, the wellness policy as a whole is a load of bullshit in of itself, because there's people who do one thing that's completely stupid and they get in trouble. Example, Titus O'Neil. Then you got this motherfucker on marijuana. Then you got another guy who got busted for steroid for roids or whatever supplements he took in the octagon. You got all these people in so many different fucking directions. Certain people get protected, certain people don't. And here's what's kind of funny about this. Brock Lesnar, he gets busted. He gets busted just like that, easily. with the supplements he took before that fight with uh when he had that fight with Mark Hunt. But in
You
the
almost said fart when he had that fart.
yeah, I caught that too. Um, Mark Hunt easily like that. He gets busted, but in the WWE, does he get punished? Nah. Does he get suspended? Nah. He still is in the card for SummerSlam against Randy Orton. Which, in a way, I'm not complaining because it's Orton and Lesnar. At the same time, it's kind of like, okay. And it's going to be kind of weird because I prefer Brock. I like Brock Lesnar, and I don't like Roman Reigns. But in this situation, if you're going to punish Reigns, even though he didn't want to, but yeah, he's going to force Reigns, but Brock is still going to be on the card. Okay, and he gets busted in the UFC or whatnot. All those times that Brock has came back, has he ever been tested? Did he ever get busted? Did he ever get in trouble? No. And do you know why? Because like what LB has right there on his notepad right there, part-timers, but wellness policy don't apply to part-timers like Brock Lesnar and Triple H, as TMZ reported. So, but
TMZ should ask why. Somebody should ask them why and what their reasoning behind that is.
but the full-timers though, they have to pay the price, but the part-timers don't. And to me, that's just a bunch of crap. And you know why? Because, you know, Vince and Stephanie's love for fucking pecs and fucking baby oiled men and shit. Like Triple H. And Brock to a certain degree. And Brock, he's pretty much, compared to everybody else, a badass, first off. And secondly, you know, he's one of the big stars in the company right now. So they're gonna use that to their advantage no matter what, to try to get ratings, but at the same time they're going back on their word, just like they did with the racist shit with Hulk Hogan and the wellness policy. They're gonna go one way, but Titus freaking O'Neil pats Vince. Make a little friendly pat. Gone 90 days. Roman Reigns, marijuana, 30 days. He still gets in trouble, but Vince didn't want to get him in trouble, but he was so willingly to get Titus O'Neil in trouble for something as stupid as that. And then with the wellness policy, these people are so flip-floppy, wish-washy douchebags, and it's pretty sick. And the fact that Vince had to be forced, he was willing to, he was good to you know, remove Titus O'Neil. He was perfectly fine with that. But with Roman Reigns, nah, he has to be forced by the sponsors. And then with Brock, he gets nothing at all. No punishment whatsoever. You know, as much as I'm a fan of Brock, at the same time, you know. So that's what I have to say about that. As far as the retards, the Pukiverse, who are out here saying, "Oh, oh, the Smarks, they're ruining the WWE." No, wait, no, okay, wait a minute. The WWE hasn't been so fucking good since fucking 2005 or before that. They had their decent moments, but let's be real. Secondly, like we said before, the fans, like, oh, the fans, they don't just the fans don't deserve. They don't deserve anything, and these retards out here are condoning the shit, and then they say, oh, now Vince is listening to the fans because Roman Reigns, people don't like Roman Reigns, and he's getting in trouble. No, Roman Reigns did that to himself. You dumbass motherfuckers.
Oh, who just joined?
Oh,
Goody.
don't let me interrupt. Don't let me interrupt at all.
No, I wanted to
should apologize.
introduce you.
And thank you, Laura, for that warm welcome. But you know, I got you to talking, so you're supposed to be talking now.
That's
Last
right.
time I was on here, we were talking. You were.
That's right.
But for those who don't know, or not familiar that well with Good Nation Entertainment, this is T-Sean the One, Wrestle Talk Media, and so forth. But LB, you got to start back talking, man. I mean, the last show I got you to talking on there, you was live for the first time ever. You talked.
Thank you for coming on our show. We appreciate it.
Anytime. You know, especially when LB asked me to come out. Whatever vidcast, blogcast, podcast I'm doing, I most definitely come out and show some support, especially for a hangout show. It wouldn't matter. But I was catching some of the comments. What was the topic about just a couple of minutes ago? Heard something about Reigns and so forth.
Roman Reigns. Some big babies are blaming his D-push on the Smarks.
Well, I mean, when you talk about what's going on with Roman Reigns and so forth, I guess the punishment they may be going, it's the from what I've been from the, I guess so-called the behind-the-scenes talk, what I've been understanding is that with people such as Roman Reigns and wrestlers that get caught up in situations like that, because one thing about WWE is that they're so, when things blow way out of proportion, or if it's simple and it can be explained, WWE act like they don't have anything to do, they don't know nothing, and they leave the wrestler out to hang and dry on their own. The wellness policy is so shaky. All it takes is you can take NyQuil or something like that, and if it pops up, if something in it that you wouldn't supposed to have, or if, it may come up as this or whatever is in that substance, you can be hit for that. So instead of speaking up for the wrestler, they'll leave you, they'll push you off on that raft in that ocean, and you just sell it on your own. You know, a lot of wrestlers don't like it. From wrestlers that I spoke with, that are with these companies, they don't like the fact that they get left on their own. But just a simple speaking up, say, well, it was this that he took. You know, things can be sorted out. But a lot of these wrestlers are left to hang and dry on their own, and it's kind of a shady situation. You know, other than, and I heard something about Brock Lesnar as well in the comparison. See, but you notice that they are vouching for Brock Lesnar. They're making up excuses for, it was this, was that. But if they could do that for Brock Lesnar, why can't they do that for other wrestlers? That's the problem. It's not people bitching and griping and just feeling a certain way, but some of these people have a very valid point. If you can speak up for one person.
The people that say that it's the Smarks' fault that Roman Reigns got depushed, that's not true. It has nothing to do with the fucking Smart.
That's a different. We're kind of mixing in two different arguments. People have been complaining about. I'm gonna say the bitchiness of the so-called IWC, YWC fans. They've grown so accustomed of being outspoken, because that first taste of getting your voice across when fans start hijacking the shows, they start getting that sense of entitlement. and start getting that addiction of power that they can be heard. So a lot of that, you got a bunch of nerds and cave geeks that feel like, oh, I got a voice now, so I'm gonna dictate every show. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take it to my little blog show. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do that, and it does. Honestly, to some truth to the matter of it is, a lot of these fans do fuck up the shows. Think about it. You got okay. There are a lot of chants. Some moments are good, and you got fans about that. Blah, 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 just because they got a voice, they gonna use it. Just because they fuck up certain pushes. Just because they're opinionated and they just wanted to, I want to boo this person, and now they fuck up the whole show because now you got a mixed crowd. You're like, hold up, this is good. Why y'all booing this? Or you've been bitching and complaining about this. Now you got it. Now you don't want it because it didn't happen when you wanted it to happen. Okay, but that fucks up the show. Now you got too many people that's crossed and too many people that's oh I like this or I don't like that. Now people are siding and choosing up. That fucks up the show because if you take it back, now it's WWE's fault for one as well, but at the same time you can't have a war going on with a war because it's a war to make sure that this show is successful. But then when you got a war with the fans and a war with the with the WWE itself, that's too many wars. Somebody gotta say, okay, cool, y'all got it right. Now we're gonna go along with it. But if you don't got it right, then I understand the argument. But it's too many fans being opinionated with something that they feel like. I mean, for one, if you don't like it, leave it. But if you can't leave it, then okay, start complying. If you don't like America, well, there's other countries to go to. But if you don't, if you want to be along with it, okay, then start complying yourself to it. Or if that's the case, apply yourself to another channel, another station, another wrestling source. But other than that, don't just sit there and bitch and gripe about them or just try to hijack shows because it fucks it up for everybody. If I don't like John Cena, and the ratings are showing that John Cena is not good as the main event guy no more, okay, well, that's WWE's problem if they want the ratings to go back up to fix that. But then when you got fans coming hijacking the show, and then it was cool at first, but then again it's like, okay, all right, look. It's getting kind of boring, guys. Like, y'all are loud and shit, and just, come on, man. Like, damn. Just don't buy his shirts. Don't do that. We get it. But it's just too many opinionated, especially with Roman Reigns. You were hot on him at first. You wanted him to be the guy at first. But all of a sudden, you don't want him. Then you do want him.
I never did.
Run it back. I couldn't hear it.
I said I didn't want him. I never did.
I mean, whatever your personal outlook or dislike towards Roman Reigns, then that's that. But I mean, everybody's not gonna like the guy or like Seth Rollins or like Dean Ambrose, because I've been hearing it all. Some don't like Seth. I mean, because Seth Rollins, to me, when you look at overall hero, he had the worst. Because we were talking about just a couple of days ago, we were talking about a couple of colleagues were talking about I think that was the past pay-per-view. And we were looking at all three former members of the Shield in the ring, and it was about to be an argument of who had the better title run. But then again, it was kind of hard to make that. I noticed everybody that was in this watch party had a very hard time saying who had the better title run because they're like, well, all of them got shitty title runs. All of them were shitty. Seth Rollins was the worst heel run holder ever. Like his run literally sucked. The most interesting match that he had was against Sting. His most interesting match that he had was Sting, and that was because it was more realistic because Sting actually got hurt. And it was a what the fuck moment, like, oh, what we gonna do? And you can see the look on Seth's face, and you can see the pain and anguish that Sting was in. Roman Reigns' run, terrible. Dean Ambrose's run is a joke right now. Like, literally, it's like they don't know where to go with his character. So it's been like that for all three former members of the Shield. They all had shitty title runs when they had to work, well, as Dean Ambrose still does, but nobody really cares that Dean Ambrose is the champion. That's the saddest part. Nobody really cares. Like, I don't really hear people boasting about Dean Ambrose as they may have did about Seth or Roman or any other champion. Or if Triple H gets the belt, it was more talk about Triple H having the belt when he had it. then with Dean Ambrose is like it's really like, it looked like Dean Ambrose was holding the United States Championship title. Nobody's really buzzing about the WWE Championship. Nobody too much cares right now. The only thing that they're talking about now is, oh, Dolph is in the picture. He's gonna job out. But it's not about how prestigious or what guy they want to see going for the title at all. So it's pretty weird, how we talk about certain things and we shit on it, but at the same time, it's a terrible outlook right now with people constantly being opinionated about Roman Reigns' situation. I mean, he got dealt the same card that a lot of others dealt, but I get the argument about Brock Lesnar's situation and how he's being pandered to other than others. And I'm not just speaking up for Roman Reigns, but it's quite a few other wrestlers that have been put in this box where WWE doesn't speak up for them or stick their neck out there for them. A lot of wrestlers go through that, but it's certain ones that get special privileges, and that's a fact. I mean,
Right.
we gotta look at who Brock Lesnar is for one. We do understand who the guy is, or if you don't want to stick up for Roman Reigns, look at what happened to John Bones Jones in UFC. His whole matchup got took out. Him and Daniel Cormier, they kind of suffer for that, But yet Brock Lesnar, he failed it before he had the fight. They didn't say shit until afterwards. I mean, I'm sorry, a week afterwards, at least 2 weeks afterwards. Oh, he failed the test too, guys, and he's for unknown substances, which is illegal. You're not supposed to do that, allegedly. But people are speaking, but they're not fans. It's actually the UFC is speaking of. Oh, it was this or that. Like it's all that bullshit. Why didn't you do that for John Bones Jones? Because they still don't even know what the hell John Bones Jones took. But yet he's been threatened about his career. I mean, can we not make any sense out of this? Roman Reigns, they still don't know what the fuck Roman Reigns took. But yet, in Roman, it's alleged. But yet, Brock Lesnar has been proven fact. They said it was a fact. Before he went in the fight, he was tested positive for illegal substance. But yet, still, he was able to fight at 200. And he's able to go on what it's looking like to SummerSlam. Now, if we don't see nothing wrong with that, I mean, besides the fact that he does have a name, he doesn't have a Hulk Hogan type name, but he does have a name. He's not a Rock, but he's somewhere up under there. But still, if we don't see nothing wrong with that, it's some kind of crooked going on. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Real quick, I'm going to jump in for a second. If you think about it, Roman Reigns was tested by the E, and Jones was tested by USADA. USADA's is going to get out there easily. I think they're saying that Jones took a card. I got to look up the name of it, but it's something that I don't remember. I have to go back to one of those Chael Son podcasts and listen to him say the name because I don't know how to say it. But they found that in the system. As far as Roman, we don't know what he took. They do. But they're hiding it up just so they can try and make money off of it. That's pretty much what they're doing as far as...
Yeah, my problem with it is that it's all alleged. Brock Lesnar is not alleged.
No.
They both said it's fact. Yes, he took illegal substance. But it may not be as much of a big deal to this or that. And they sweep it up like, it really wasn't supposed to pop up, but it popped up as this. Okay, based off of your policy, that was illegal substance. So, okay, I guess punish the guy or fine the guy. What are you going to do? But yet, Romans is alleged, and John Bones Jones is still alleged.
I don't think the E is going to do anything about Brock's because...
They're not.
And the only reason they're not going to is because when he did the fight for UFC, they weren't backing him on the UFC fight in the first place. And as far as Lesnar's punishment with the UFC, that's their decision, but that's outside of the WWE. I mean, they could do something, but they don't care. They got exposed on a wider audience, so I don't think that they necessarily really care, and they know that Brock is going to make the E a lot of money for SummerSlam. So if we don't see him after SummerSlam for a few months, then we can safely assume that either Brock is taking a break, or they said something to him. More likely, he's taking a break because I don't think anybody in that office has the balls to say
Well, I
anything
gotta
to
disagree with you
someone
on the
like
small
Brock.
part. I gotta disagree with you on the small part. Brock, WWE, they did back him on the UFC fight. They talked about it even during Raw. Brock is gonna be fighting this guy, and they was they talked. It was even on WWE.com, so they recognized it.
Well, I
You
mean, like
know,
they backed him. They backed him after he came out and said something about how he doesn't care what they say, because at first Vince didn't want him to do it. Like they didn't think he should have done it, and he did it anyway because he's going to do what he wants in the first place. But you're right, they did start saying something after the fact. But
no, before the fight, before the 200 fight, they were talking because that's how I found out about the UFC 200 fight was through WWE when JBL, I believe, was on Monday Night Raw, if I'm not mistaken. And he was like, Brock has a fight this upcoming weekend. I was like, oh shit! And my partner was like, yeah, he got a fight. And then the next week they talked about it, and so they were mentioning it, and I saw it on W.com. I was like, okay. I was like, is he going to UFC? But they posted a little story about it, So it wasn't a TNA situation where it was like he was never there or he was never going nowhere. He never went nowhere else. No, W acknowledged that he wasn't. For one, W got a lot of dealings with, they've been trying to get closer and closer to a lot of UFC clientele, sponsorship. So
true.
therefore, they want any rub that they can get from UFC right now because
And
they got a tap out. They got one more other, but they're trying to get more of different sponsorships from UFC. But yeah, they did acknowledge even before the fight. They did acknowledge that he was fighting 200.
oh,
They
okay,
wasn't. They would. Yeah, they wouldn't keep another seat. That's how I found out about the UFC fight.
okay, yeah,
He
my
was
bad.
on
I
it. I
wasn't
knew that.
watching it at the time.
Yeah, I knew that Jones was on it. I knew Jones would come here. I'm like, okay, we finally see this fight. But I didn't. I had no idea the Rock was on it. Then all of a sudden, when I heard from WE, I'm like, wow, where? And I was thinking to myself, like, how is this gonna? Like, what if he get his ass whooped? How is this gonna play out? But yeah, it ended up like that. But it's just when we look at it completely, it's an unfair situation. We can't sit here and lie and be like, well, Roman Reigns shouldn't or John Bones. It's an unfair situation. It's just, I guess, due to the deal. Now, I don't see WWE doing, most definitely, I don't see WWE doing anything to Brock because Brock, the contract that they got signed with Brock, is pretty it's pretty exclusive. So WWE they're in a trap anyway, so they can't really fuck with Brock if they wanted to.
They don't
The
want
contract,
Brock to go anywhere.
they can't.
They can't
I mean,
afford it.
yeah, because the deal that they struck with Brock is kind of an ironclad situation. It's like you can't really fuck with him if you want to. So Brock is pretty much straight. Brock can. I'm sorry to say it, but Brock can go allegedly sexual harass a woman, and WWE is gonna be kind of like they're gonna have to really really opt out of that deal somehow and pay some major money to Brock in order to get out of it because he has WWE by the balls. So no, I mean, but the only company that I'm really upset with is UFC, not WWE, because WWE they're not gonna do anything to Brock. But UFC should be ashamed of how they handled that. Knowing that they had two fighters. I guess they really didn't want to risk losing another main event off of the UFC card, but you had two fighters that are allegedly dirty, but one's fights get canceled, the other gets swept up under the rug until afterwards. Oh yes, he was positive before, and he's positive after. So yeah, he's good. Like that's some fucked up shit. It's very dirty and it's very low down. So I don't
I
give a fuck
mean,
what nobody says.
yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I just think, I think it's a little unfair to us as viewers, personally for the WWE thing, to not know what Reigns has taken personally, because usually companies come out with that, but originally Vince wanted to sweep that under the rug, and they just want to turn this into a whole redemption storyline. It's a whole fucking plot scheme thing, and it just doesn't. It annoys me because We still don't know. Like, they still won't come out with. We won't hear about it for years probably, because they'll keep paying off people and paying off people and paying off people. And honestly, I don't. I agree with you about the UFC thing too. I mean, we should have found out. And as much as I like Brock Lesnar, he should have been dropped off the card too. I mean, that's what happened to Jones. That's what should have happened to Brock. I mean, but at the same time, we have to think of it as their business, and there's dirty shit. I mean, with both of them, there's dirty shit that's going to happen, and they're going to do whatever they can. And Brock that night was their cash cow. Brock is to me, Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar's name alone is probably him and John Jones are either equal, or Brock's name is a little bit more
No, I'll
because
say Brock's name's a little bit more bigger than John.
Brock,
It's
yeah,
most, it's most
Brock,
definitely bigger than.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was trying not to step on anybody's toes there, but Brock Lesnar is a bigger name, so obviously they're gonna go with their bigger cash cow. And I just think that Dana at that time with Jones was probably fed up with everything that had happened with the whole crack thing and all that, which I get, but this whole thing is just it's a whole just really
Hey,
fucked up, screwed
you know something
situation.
I should have did? I should have went public and said something publicly about how I felt when that next alleged day when Dana or the next following days Dana went ahead and sold his portion of the company. And I said to my brother, I said, you know what? Some shit about to get found out, and some dirt's about to be poured out to the internet. Something's about to come out about the UFC. One of the fighters then did something, then took something. And I said this to my brother. He's like, who did something? I said somebody else then did something because he just he sold that. I mean, he's seeing if he gonna sell part of his company, he knows something. Something just happened that he don't really want to deal with and have anything. He wants to get rid of it. He wants to have his hands out of as far as the legal portion of it. And obviously, shortly after that, Brock Lesnar came forward. I was like, oh, that's what this is. So they won't hit Dana White with the, hey, why you do John Bones Jones, you didn't do Brock situation. Dana can say, fuck y'all now. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got no dealings with that. So I talk to my lawyer. So I see now why Dana did what he did at the time he did. And then you gotta look at it. It is risky business because it's not a predetermined business. So I do sympathize and understand what they go through. But and to the fans that are with the Roman Reigns situation, like you kind of mentioned, the redemption portion of it. Roman, it really it ain't Roman to blame. It's the handling of Roman. It's WWE trying to appease their PG rating. You know, now we all know that Roman is damn good when it comes to him being able to do his thing on his own. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back into your past days when he wasn't with WWE. You'll see some of his work, especially his heel or not heel. He was better on the mic and he was more creative. But when WWE wants you to portray a certain way or be a certain way, they water you down, you fucked. So it's not Roman to blame. Roman can hold his own, especially on the mic, or in promos. He can hold his own, but it's just that when WWE wants you to be a certain way, you got to be that certain way. I mean, look at I talk about it very often. Not Damien Sandow. What's his name? Simon Dean. We always talk about this on the show once before. Simon Dean is one of the most coldest wrestlers around. The guy can get down. But many know him from ECW as Supernova. The guy is fucking phenomenal with his move set. But when he got to WWE, they wanted to stop him from doing a lot of stuff and water him down as this kind of generic, asshole character, and he wasn't doing as many moves. But if you look at his past, the guy is incredible. But
Hmm.
that's what you're paid to do. You're paid to be a certain character. Roman's paid to be good guy, smashing your face. I stick up for people type of guy now. So you can't really just hate. I hate him. I just hate him. It's you hate what WWE built out of him. A lot of guys have a certain character that they have to play, and that's what they're given. But It's not Roman or not the man behind Roman at all. It's just that's the way that he wants him to be. You know, so people just don't like what they're doing. I mean, prime example. Didn't nobody liked the Derek Bateman. What is it? Nobody gave a shit about Derek Bateman.
I don't
But
even
when
remember when he was
TNA
there.
got him, I remember when he was there. But of course, many people won't remember when he was there. The guy with the long hair. But when TNA got him, if you notice the difference between what TNA has done, they said, okay, look, here, do what you need to do. Matter of fact, I got a position for you. You want to be her nephew. You know, didn't give him much of a character. Just said, hey, do your thing, and look at what happened.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
guys on fucking. He's.
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. My bad. I interrupted you. Sorry.
I'm saying the guy's on fucking fire. His first few months there, he was crowned top heel, point blank period in the industry. With nobody fucking with EC3's character as top. He was the best heel point blank the whole year he took over as the best heel. I couldn't stand the guy. Not saying maybe not as homegirl, not as her as her hates for Roman Reigns, but my hate for him was like, damn, he's that goddamn good as a heel. I can't stand him. But then again, I appreciated his because you hadn't really had a heel that you didn't care about or that you cared to dislike in a long. I haven't had a heel that I just the last heel I really disliked was Ric Flair. Ric Flair he's the fucking man at being a heel. You couldn't stand this guy, especially in WCW. He was like, gosh, he's a fucking good heel. That's just you rarely had that, but EC3 showed a lot of shades of the past of like heels like Ric Flair, where he had words, he had promos, he had segments he can do, but you didn't like him, but you did him like him for the right reasons, which is because he's supposed to be the heel. But that's why I said at the same time as when EC3 was heel and Seth Rollins was heel at the same time, you didn't see that same finesse with Seth Rollins' heel. His heel run. His heel run is terrible. Still is terrible. You know, it's just I guess I don't know. I don't know what could they do because I can see if EC3 was on WWE right now with the EC3 character. Oh man, shit! The crowd would the WWE crowd would turn against the whole aura of booing the heel. They would be solely behind EC3 as basically they end up pushing them into being the face. So I noticed the heel character can work in TNA, but I noticed the heel character does not work very well in WWE. Like if EC3 was to go to do his heel character in WWE, they would cheer him. They would worship him like he was a god there. But TNA, I noticed that they actually build. What I'm noticing that they build good characters. And they actually build characters. You know, which is I hadn't seen in a long time where you have actual characters. Everybody's not generic or just trying or they're being fitted into a certain role.
Yeah, or not.
It
They're
looks
not
like
all
everybody
damn
has
Dolph
came into their
Ziggler.
own. You said what about Dolph Ziggler?
No, they're not all goddamn Dolph Ziggler. You're talking about generic characters. I think that he's one of the most generic motherfuckers ever.
Yeah, Dolph is trying. He's trying to exploit out of there by running through the whole Shawn Michaels phase into Bret Hart phase. He's trying to wiggle out of there the best he can, but people still see him as more of a generic type of wrestler. Like he's trying. Dolph has been trying for a long time. I really feel I don't know what Dolph has to do, but Dolph has been trying to. He's been contemplating on leaving, and you know, I don't know what can help get Dolph's character over. I don't really know. You know, not far as over as into the next level because right now he's been stuck at the same character for at least I think 5 or 6 years now.
Well, he was the shit.
You know,
From like 2011 up until like 2014, mid 2014, and then he just started being dry and wearing all this fucking girly fucking eyeliner and shit, and that's when I hopped off the bandwagon when he started doing that, and then he was just like trying to be funny. He wasn't funny, but you know, before that, Ziggler was cool, man. Like from 2011 to fucking whenever it was before
I
I
don't know. I don't know.
hopped
I
off
haven't
in
seen him
2014, I was
change.
like, he's a cool dude. I like this dude. This is who I want to see as champion. Fuck, he's athletic. I mean, he still do the fucking dick splash in the corner, but I don't know. And I'm not very happy
I haven't
about
seen him
him being a
change very
number one
much.
contender.
I don't know. I haven't seen him change very much. I don't know. Because he's always been like he still the show off gimmick has never really left him. He's still with the show off gimmick. It's still there. So I don't. I think many are getting tired of it. And I think he's getting tired of the show off gimmick because, like you said, he was the man then, but he still is kind of like I believe that's the part of he's not evolving. That's kind of like what I was expressing at first. Correct me if I'm wrong, but his character's not evolving. Because the only place that the show off character can go for him so far is he kind of challenges inner Shawn Michaels with inner Bret Hart. And I know he's starting to use a lot of submissions now, or Aaron, or he'll go all of a sudden he'll go Shawn Michaels and start super kicking the shit out of people and jumping out the ropes.
Yeah, I
So
hate that.
it's not really not many places that his character can go. So I think that's why he's now looking at it as being generic, or he's just stuck into the same. He can't escape the show off character. Like there's no other level he's able to go to right now. I believe that's because that's probably where they don't need him to go. They don't want him to become a sadistic, devious heel, somebody who's methodical. A character which Randy Orton played at one point, where before he got to that goofy heel turn.
You know what kind of heel Dolph Ziggler can pull off, I think, very well? As much as I don't like the motherfucker, he could pull off that fucking just really, like, suave, cocky motherfucker that goes in there and gets the shit done and, like, talks a bunch of shit. And he, like, acts like he's, like, super smart and tries to use, like, since he's a smaller dude, uses his wit to outdo the other guys. You know what I mean? Like, like almost like give him almost like a Damien Sandow gimmick, but not quite to that level.
I think I know exactly. I know what you're talking about. What you're talking about? You're actually talking about that's a Shawn Michaels heel character when he was, I'm the man, shut the fuck up, and I'm better than you, 10 times better than you, but I'm gonna kick you and do something devious to you, but you can't touch me. That was a Shawn Michaels type of lean, but he was kind of that at one point when he was with Vicky. He was that guy where you couldn't touch him, and he was Mr. I'm incredible type of guy, and I'm better than you. But which is where you kind of going, which was one of his best runs as a heel because he was that dude. But then again, it started getting kind of cheesy when he started because they also they liked this heel character. People started cheering for him, so they kind of fucked it up to where he started having to get them kind of face runs and shit. So it's the fans. It boils down back to the fans because the fans are so opinionated now. They're more opinionated. More fans are going to WWE shows ready to boo and ready to just detect. Well, I guess I'm sorry, ready to dictate the whole show, other than just hear and enjoy the show. Like I've seen good WWE shows. I've seen good ones, but you got so much of the fans who just want to. I'm ready to boo right now. Like, no, it's good. So just cheer. Then watch a Monday Night Raw in the '90s. Then watch a recent Monday Night Raw, and you'll just look at how different the crowd. The crowd they started taking and adopting the over the UK type of chants where they singing in the crowd and shit. Like you didn't dare see a fucking singing chant in the fucking crowd in the '90s. If you started that shit in the crowd, you probably would have got your ass whooped. Like, what the fuck? Get out of my way. Singing like that. Like, people didn't do that shit back in the day. They didn't sing in the crowd. Who does that shit? Like, they would look at you. They would have tossed your ass over that barrier doing that stupid shit. But now it's too many opinionated fans.
Came out.
You said what?
Only time in the '90s where a crowd sang was when Sandman came out, when they were singing that Inner Sandman. From ECW.
Yeah, but that was to a song. That was to a song though.
Yeah, that was to an actual song. It wasn't like
was
singing Fag Dango's song. Sorry, I don't like him either.
Hey, the Fandango song's cool in some fashion of the world. I don't know, but we so damn rude. Everybody else, y'all can talk. I'm sorry. Laura came on here, man. Look, I just heard about some of the topics. I apologize. I'm pretty sure me and Devin didn't mean to talk to everybody.
Yeah, sorry guys. How y'all doing, by the way? I haven't seen Christian and Kat for feels like months.
Yeah, has it been a while?
It hasn't been months. It's been probably a few weeks, but it's
Yeah.
been a long few fucking weeks.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I prefer Nikki over fucking Dolph Ziggler at this point.
Oh fuck.
Who was Nick?
Spirit
Oh, oh,
Squad.
oh, oh, Nick. Oh, the Nikki.
Just
Oh, the
just real
Spirit
quick.
Squad.
Just real quick. I'm not trying to overhype it, but this past Monday I was pleased with Raw. There was a couple segments that I could have done out. New Day, obviously, because everybody knows that the New Day it's not safe when I talk about the New Day, and there was a couple other ones that were just really stupid. But other than that, like the majority of the show, I thought was pretty good. I thought SmackDown sucked dick. It was terrible. I thought SmackDown was
Hmm.
bad. It was stupid. I didn't like the outcome of that 6-pack challenge, obviously, because my favorite wrestler got pinned. So I'm a little salty about that one.
It was okay. It was decent. I wouldn't shit on SmackDown like that. It was okay. People gotta be okay. This is the thing. This is my opinion. I think what's going on with
Here
SmackDown
we
and Raw is
come.
that people, huh? Oh, okay. I would say that the SmackDown and Raw, people have to get used to getting what they want now. And this, in my opinion, I think that WWE what they're trying to do now is okay. Even though it's kind of too late because everybody's too fucking opinionated, is that they're like, okay, well, let's start giving people what they want, exactly what they want now. And if you notice, you don't believe me, look at what happened to SmackDown and Raw. But that shit look old as hell. Like people been saying Finn Balor needs to be in Raw and we need to be on Raw now. He need to be at the main roster, winning some titles now. And all of a sudden they waited like a year or two later, months and months passing. So now they finally doing what people been saying all along. And it's kind of like, but you doing it in a clusterfuck to where you had Finn Balor bury to down the whole goddamn roster in one fucking night. Like
I'm fine with that.
there's no climb. It's kind of like, And you look at SmackDown, people been behind Dolph Ziggler for a long ass time to the point where they just lost interest in him, and now you say, all right, just give him Dolph Ziggler. Did they used to cheer for this guy? Yeah, give him now. And all of a sudden Dolph Ziggler over what I thought it should have been some more. The other people he was in a match with, it should have been them instead. But then again, you like, well, as long as it went John Cena, that's where everybody was. Well, at least it wasn't John Cena. But at the same time, Dolph is now in the title run, and it's kind of like, well, how does that fit in? Him and Dean Ambrose. Okay, well, is somebody got to be the heel, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think it's gonna be a good matchup. It's gonna be a good match, but we've seen this matchup already. We've seen Dolph win. We've seen Dean Ambrose win. We've seen Dolph win another one against Dean Ambrose. So we've seen these matchups already. So I guess we got to see it on a bigger stage this time because Dolph and Ambrose have been fighting each other forever. So, but finally, it's like they're now giving everybody what they want. To give okay, Sasha Banks. No lie, Sasha Banks should have won that title the first night. She should have won that. Was it at Money in Bank where her and Charlotte went at it? Was it Money in the Bank?
You know what she should do? She should hold that shit till Asuka comes up to the main roster.
I'm pretty sure that's probably what's gonna end up going on. Is that her holding on to the title until, or she's gonna at least have the title when Oscar comes up, so they can have that stare down
Bayley.
moment. The only way if Charlotte's the if Charlotte gets the title back, then you bring Bayley up, so that way at least you have a good heel in the babyface, because you don't want to have Sasha with the belt and then Bayley come up and then you got the two baby faces. It kind of fucks up the moment for a second. But that's my opinion on it. But yeah, it looks like to me that they're just trying to make everybody happy. And during that, they're cramming it in too much. I mean, because like I said, Sasha should have been won the belt. She should have been got the belt because it's kind of like a too late. Like damn, y'all now giving her the title after all them losses against Charlotte. She's finally getting the belt. Like, it's like it looked like they crammed things in there. But at the same time, like I tell everybody, well, be happy. You got everything that you wanted. You wanted a new champion. You wanted some unpredictable. Well, you got it. But it was kind of predictable that Finn would win. I mean, if they're gonna bring him in, they're not gonna bury him like they did Adrian
That's what I
Neville.
thought they were gonna do with Roman Reigns. I thought they were gonna use Reigns to bury his ass the first night.
Nah, I knew they weren't gonna go that route. It was you can see it in the air that apparently something was gonna happen to Roman where you would expect somebody to come jump him or beat him up and injure him out of the match or something. But but they really buried the shit out of Roman though. And Roman was badder than Rusev because it's kind of sad that the U.S. champion gets his ass kicked like that. But the way Roman lost, I wasn't impressed. I'm sorry. I come on, just using logical sense. The way Roman lost was pathetic. I'm just keeping it real. The dude got a fucking bulletproof vest on, and he lost to a stomp in the chest.
Get fucking shit off.
But he had some fucking protective gear on, and he lost to a fucking Power Ranger putty kick. Come on, man, like
A Power Ranger putty kick.
yeah, y'all. There you go.
I'm gonna start calling that apron soccer kick that now.
I'm just saying, like that was to me that they did it. I mean, they did it in a very fucked up way, but nah, it was kind of I'm like it was kind of a slap in the face, and it was kind of a shut the fuck up. We gave you what you want. Like y'all want somebody new, but we gonna make it look ridiculous. He gonna beat all the big guys, and he gonna beat the top big guy. And here, there you go, you have it. I mean,
You know what I would have had him do? I would have had a heel win that shit, and then you really give the fans what they want and turn Rollins face. That's what the fuck I would have done.
I would rather, honestly, be honest with you, I would have rather Kevin Owens won.
Oh yes, I would have loved Kevin Owens instead of
Kevin, this thing about now, see, look at a promo between Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Oh my fucking god!
Kevin Owens is shit.
That's how I'm not a real big Kevin Owens guy. Oh, okay, we gotta look. Hold up, Laura. Look. I remember the first night you did this, and I made you talk. You spoke. If you got a message, deliver it now.
And it better not be shit about me and Awesome Kong either.
I know exactly what's gonna be.
Oh fuck.
So go ahead and say it, LB.
Hey, real quick, is any of these Final Fantasies is that good shit? Anybody ever played that shit?
Can't say that I have. LB, you just said that you had something to say. So if you're gonna play Ghost Rider, come on.
Fuck Nick Cage. Fucking Ghost Rider.
Nah, Ghost Rider. Y'all didn't see the show back in the day when you was a kid? The Ghost Rider, the right as in.
Oh, Ghost Writer. Okay, I thought you said Ghost Rider. My bad.
Yeah, it was a funny ass little sitcom little show. This ghost used to write, and
My bad.
they used like.
I'm talking shit about somebody for no reason. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, sorry, Nicolas Cage.
Fuck Ben Affleck too, ruining my goddamn, ruining fucking Daredevil.
Damn.
Oh, you mean Fag Fleck?
Oh yeah, big fat Ben Fagflick. I totally forgot about that.
Damn. Oh man. Well, it looks like LB is having technical difficulties with his mic situation.
Now I'll tell you what he's doing.
I guess brother Nero's whooping his ass.
I'll tell you what he's doing.
Uh-oh.
Oh damn it, he's not here. I can't say it. Shit. Hey, by the way, this Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy stuff, every week it gets more funny to me. Like, except for this whole fucking Reddy saying fucking obsolete. That shit's getting annoying. But everything else is fucking hilarious. Like
it grew on me.
Mew.
It really grew on me.
Insolent Mew. This shit is funny to me.
It really grew on me. I like the feud that him and Bray Wyatt was having, and I just caught on to uh, good friend Robert in Rest Talk Media. I just caught on to like his language, to what I found out what Nero means now. Because at first I didn't know what the fuck this brother Nero. I didn't know what the
That's
fuck
his
that
middle
meant.
name.
Huh?
That's Jeff Hardy's middle name is Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
Oh, but he was using it as a all his words are supposedly broken. So like when he was talking about WWE and
Look in Matt Hardy's assistant. I have a message from him. He says
okay.
that Christian and Jelena are now married.
No, that's not true.
Christian is now eating that thing off of Julian Hall's face.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what the fuck that thing was.
Okay, well, if it's all right with you guys, I'd like to go to another topic.
Yay!
Okay. Um, I saw something on YouTube where this woman found a camera. This was at CVS.
Hold on. Ambrosia Cat, hold on, just your picture is like scaring the shit out of me. Like when you're talking and I see that panther, it's scaring the shit out of me. Like it's like wow, it's freaking me out.
Sorry. I love Black Panthers.
Oh, it's scaring me. Shit, it looks like it's talking.
It is talking. Wahaha. Anyway, it's tame. This one's tame. Well, only for me. It'll attack whoever I want it to attack, but
Oh yes.
Pussy don't scare me.
I love this show now.
Sorry, Cat. Go ahead. Missed you,
All
by
right.
the way.
Missed you too, Devin. How's your little doggy?
He is fantastic. He's sleeping right now.
Aw.
What did you see on YouTube? Sorry.
Okay. So this woman, she found, I guess she was wondering what the hell it was in the corner. It was like a bunch of toilet paper was on it or something and some paper towels, but she could see something under it. So she went and looked, and it was a video camera that they had in CVS in the bathroom, in the stall.
Run that back one more time. She did.
CVS had a camera in one of the ladies' bathroom stalls in the corner, and it was hidden. And she found it, and she showed it with her camera on YouTube.
Isn't that a violation of privacy?
Exactly. And I'm trying to understand, why it was in there. I
Some
mean,
weird fuck probably put it there.
yeah. I don't think CVS would do that. That would be pretty stupid on their part. For all I know, maybe the woman put it there because she wants to sue and make some money or something.
Well, you know how people are. So,
I mean, then again, they could have put it there because I know in some of these places, people like to go in there and tear off the label. But
That's still not the way to do it, I don't think.
yeah, you're right. It's still not the way to do it. Something tells me some just weird fuck went in there and put that goddamn camera in there. Either that or the lady sued. So either or is a very plausible explanation for it.
Yeah. Because it doesn't make sense to me that it would be CVS. That would do that.
CBS
You
is
never
shit,
know.
by the way.
You never know. It could have been them, but I just, people are so. The thing is I know that this is really negative, but people are so willing to do anything to get money these days without actually earning it that I just wouldn't put it past that woman to put it in there and then turn her camera on and, film it and, just so she could maybe sue for invasion of privacy. I know that's cynical, but I think that's a possibility as well.
In today's society, with us assuming these kind of things, I'd throw the word cynical right out the door because We've seen how society acts, and this is some shit that really would happen. I mean, fuck McDonald's. Somebody got, okay, well, I don't know if they actually got burned off of it, but somebody's coffee was too fucking hot. Coffee's gonna be fucking hot, retard. Grab napkins.
I know, right?
Fucking idiot.
But you know what else too? Somebody can sue you for like a total accident in your yard. Like if somebody's in your yard, whether they're supposed to be there or not, and they fall, they can sue you because it's your yard and you will lose.
I could sue YouTube right now for not being accessible for me not being able to upload or do videos, live videos from my tablet. I bet you I could sue them for that. It's not gonna happen, but because I don't have that kind of fucking time and patience for that shit, and I wouldn't sue them for that anyway. But I bet you that somebody could sue them for that shit and win.
Like we don't have enough stress though in our lives that we have to worry about somebody trying to sue us for something stupid because they're like dishonest.
Fucking right. It makes no sense. Just people are just finding any cheap way to get money because they're too fucking lazy to get up off their fat ass and go get a goddamn job.
Why do these people deserve our money? You know,
Well, quite honestly,
earn your own money.
I want to sue all of you guys for speaking very good and having good topics. I just sue you guys for that.
Somebody
good
probably
money.
could do that and get away with it these days.
I can get my motherfucking money. I'll tell you that much for speaking my
Good
mind.
damn topics.
You'd be like, this fucking bitch doesn't even have any money. Why did I even try to sue her?
I'll get sued for having the New York skyline in my background, and Cat will get sued for putting Ambrosia Cat on a picture of a Black Panther.
Yeah, for having a Black Panther. She scared me, Your Honor. I was frightened. So I just
Exactly. I could win. I could win like that.
I felt threatened.
It's a threat.
It's sad. It is so sad that everybody can sue for whatever they want to. But okay, so oh, before I go on to the next topic, do you guys want to say anything more on that? The bathroom camera or suing or whatever?
Wait, was she hot?
I couldn't see. She didn't show herself.
Okay, I'm not excusing that, but I'm just saying, I'm just curious she's hot, because if she's hot and crazy, then LB, I'm gonna need you to do some digging to find her number.
Yeah, if she doesn't look good, then maybe that was a blessing for her. It was kind of like let her know. Maybe I think it was an accident then. Maybe somebody left it there from the past woman they was looking at, and it was the accident. It was like, oh, I'm sorry, we weren't looking at your other glass. We were looking at this other one.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was just like she thought, like, because there are some people who actually think that way, but like are just, oh, it's just a regular camera that I found, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, because there's actual people who would actually be dumb enough not to know that it's a camera from the store. So I wouldn't, because there's actually some people who don't really think that way or think that way.
To me, it looked like a camera that somebody might have in a store. It didn't look like, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, because I was saying that she might have thought that it was, like, in her mind, like, it's not like a store camera, like, even though other people would know, would already automatically know, okay, this is a camera from the store, but she'd probably be stupid enough to think, oh, it's just a camera I found, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like take it home with me or some stupid shit like that. So.
Oh God, you know what?
Go ahead.
Listen, I saw this. I can't believe I almost forgot this. I didn't even have it down as a topic, but it's got to be mentioned. Just recently, my husband showed me this thing on YouTube, and it was the most bizarre thing. I mean, this crazy lady. Okay, apparently, you never know if these are like real or a setup. Just because they're trying to be entertaining, you just don't know. But it looked pretty real to me. Excuse me. So, this guy apparently he brought a camera with him. He was going into this salon to say that he didn't like his haircut, so he wanted his money back. Okay? Now, the woman who owned the place didn't really say anything to him, but apparently this older woman who was there as a customer went like batshit crazy on the guy. Okay, and he was filming it, and she still did it. She was like yelling at him and cussing at him, and he's like, "Ma'am, I just want my money back. What's your deal? This isn't even your concern." And she started going, "He hit me! Why'd you hit me?" And he didn't hit her. And he's like, "Look, ma'am, my arms are up here. My arms are up here. I didn't touch you." And she's like, "Stop hitting me!" And he's like, "You're crazy. I've got the camera on. You're crazy." And she's like getting in his face, yelling at him. And she's going, "Don't touch me!" And he's not touching her, okay? And so somebody gave him his money back from off camera, and he's like, "Thank you." And the woman's like, "Ah!" And she like made herself fall down, and she goes, "My ribs, my ribs, my ribs hurt." And he's like, "You're crazy. I have the camera on you. I obviously didn't push you over. My ribs! Get your ass out of here! Get your ass out of here!" And so he's like backing out the door. He's like, "You're just nuts," because she keeps coming close to him, saying shit like, "Don't touch me," and "You hurt me," and all this. And so her husband comes, and by that time he's pissed off, and the guy's pissed off, and he's like, "Get your crazy wife. She's acting nuts." And the husband is like, "You better get out of here. Get out of here now. Get out of here." And so he was so mad that he blames the poor owner of the salon. He's like, "I'm shutting this place down. I'm having this place shut down." The guy with the camera. Everybody's going to see this on YouTube. So, like, I thought that woman must be senile or I don't know what the hell, because she wasn't going to get away with anything, because obviously it was on camera and they could see that he wasn't doing jack shit to her. I don't know if she was trying to.
I mean, Kat, you got to face facts here. She's trying.
She might have been related to the salon owner, but the thing is that so it ended with that guy going, "I'm going to shut this place down," and I'm thinking, that's sad for the owner of the salon, because it wasn't her fucking fault that one of her customers went ape shit. So, but boy, that woman looked like an asshole. Oh God.
What I was about to say is that basically what you got going on, this woman, she's trying to get a free hairstyle or something like that. She's trying to get some credit or something. That's what that was. Shit, but I think she made a hell of a failure, because the owner still paid and gave the man his money back, but she was trying to, kiss some ass. She thought she should stand up for her. I guess that's what it was.
Now, she made herself look like a fool, and there's no way that it would work, because all this guy would have to do is just, show everybody what she did on the camera.
Well, I tell you what, I think Devin will agree with me. I think that woman now has got a lifetime of free appointments with that goddamn beautician shop. I'll tell you that right now.
No, I think what she's got is a fucking future room at the goddamn psych ward.
Yes.
Crazy ass bitch.
I mean, I bet you that salon owner doesn't even want her in that store now, period. Unless it was one of her relatives. And
put her picture in
that video, they're going to be like, "I'm not going to that salon."
I put her picture on the outside of the door and put bitch not welcome.
God, she was psycho crazy.
Hey, try to get a free hair appointment will make anybody go crazy.
I'm sorry,
Nah,
but
fam.
I don't buy that.
Nah, fam. This is not even that big of a fucking deal. Like, what she did was made an ass out of herself, if we want to be honest. I mean, I won't hold it back. She made an ass of herself and made herself look like a fucking retard.
Yes.
Which I'm fine. She can embarrass herself, but I wouldn't. That's bad for that salon, because they made them look bad, and I'd be pissed. She wouldn't be allowed that bitch ever again.
Because I thought to me, it looked like he was trying to maybe get money from him, like get people to think that she was hurt. Maybe she was so old she doesn't understand that when it's filmed, everybody can see the truth. It looked to me like she was trying to come up with a way to, like, sue him. "Oh, my ribs," and stuff like that. And quit hitting me. I think she wanted herself to maybe have some grounds to sue him.
Probably.
But who knows? But I just thought that was bizarre. That was so weird.
Hmm.
Okay, well, um, I agree with you, Devin. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I'd have fucking kicked her ass out. Fuck that. I can make my goddamn business look bad.
I don't see why someone would get that upset. It wasn't like he came in and he was like being verbally abusive towards the owner. He just said he'd like his money back. Maybe in her warped mind, she thought that he would not want his money back if she was like acting like that. I don't know.
Well,
But
now that you realize that certain people are on a whole other frequency than others.
obviously she was. I don't understand what frequency that was, but she was obviously on another frequency.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my next topic is that apparently, okay, in the army, there's this woman. She tried to commit suicide and it failed. So they arrested her and they're bringing her up on charges for trying to kill herself.
In the army?
Yeah, I'm not trying to get her help or anything like that. Uh, they're bringing her up on charges.
Mm, uh, I think Army law works a little bit differently. I don't really know how military law works, but I think that that could be considered. That might be dishonorable discharge. I mean, she could have gotten that maybe, but
Oh,
they need to find her help person. I would think.
yeah. I don't know about dishonorable discharge. A discharge definitely is what she needed, but she did need help.
Or honorable
Um,
discharge or something like that. Or something.
yeah, yeah, because obviously she can't. I don't know why they would want to teach somebody a lesson who tried to kill themselves. What are you going to do? Put them to death? They want to die. What are you going to do? Lock them up in the brig? They'll kill themselves in the brig. I mean, I just think that that's really, really weird.
Yeah, that fuck that. I'd charge their ass too. Shit, you want to kill yourself, then that shit cost you. You know, give you this and give you that. If you don't want to, if you don't want to pay for it, if you don't want to make up for it, then go ahead and finish yourself off. But in the meantime, if you want to live, you got some paying to do on that one. I guess you got to make some sense out of it somehow. If you got people like that, because apparently, if you tried to kill yourself, it depends on what did she, how successful, what did she like? What was the scenery? Did she jump off something and she didn't die, or was she about to? She was attempting to. Like some people be bullshitting when they try. Like, how do you attempt to kill yourself? You know
I
what? Is,
respectfully disagree with you. I don't think that somebody should be brought up on charges for trying to kill themselves.
I mean, you're taking a life. I mean, that's attempted murder. I mean, yeah, hell yeah. You gotta be, yeah. Because in the process, you can either you can hurt somebody else or you can hurt yourself as well. So yeah, if you try to kill yourself, blow your brains out, or set yourself on fire, you can. If okay, say hypothetically, if this woman would have said, okay, I'm gonna set my house on fire to kill me. I'm gonna die in a blaze of fire. I'm gonna put a bomb to my chest and blow myself up. You never know who could be around in the facility in the process. Because if everybody wants to just do that, you never know who's around,
I
who
think that
can be
that's
hurt.
a stretch. I think that that's really a stretch because most people they do it alone when nobody's around. If you read the news, they try to, you don't know. She could have done it when nobody was
I don't know.
around.
I haven't rated the limit of well, how many times people or where they do it at, because I've seen many of suicide missions where motherfuckers kill themselves and so forth. I've seen many of put the gun to my head situations where that bullet doesn't stop just at that one person. So you can be in your own home and put the gun in your head, but who's to say that bullet won't go through that wall or won't ricochet through that window? At the same time, they need to be held for their
But
actions.
it didn't. So, and their intent wasn't to hurt anybody. It was, to kill themselves.
Okay, vice versa. If somebody's trying to kill somebody, they didn't kill them, but it still there's an action that it needs. Well, that's a repercussion that needs to be held. I mean, point blank period. She was trying to take a life. That was hers, but still, she was trying to take a life.
her life, her own life. It's, hey,
Yeah.
Dr.
But
Kevorkian is legal.
her life is registered
To take people's lives
as a
too that
valuable
want
life.
to die. He was allowed. If it's legal for Dr. Kevorkian to go around and kill people that say they want to die, then it's not taking a life to decide that you don't want to live.
And actually, thou shalt not kill. Point blank period.
Okay, as far as killing yourself, that's not illegal. But if you want to take it into the law, it's going to be taken in the law of God. I really don't want to get into bringing religion into this because I'm very uncomfortable with that. But as far as that type of thing goes, you have to answer to the man upstairs. So if you decide to kill yourself, then you got to deal with it.
Okay, then you just confused me. You said take it up with the man upstairs, but you don't feel comfortable with it. And then you said that due to the laws about the majority of the laws abide by what is said in the Bible. Am I not right? The majority of them do. And so you do want to talk about it, or you don't?
No,
Because
I just wanted to make that. I'm talking about like I don't want to get into religion. I was just bringing up that point that you may not have to answer to people here on Earth after you kill yourself, but you do have to answer to the man upstairs. That's pretty much all I was saying.
Right.
I
It
guess
wasn't a precursor trying to get into the
I'll say
discussion of religion.
what me and Kat was talking about during. She it's not afterlife. She didn't do it. She was attempting to in herself, and she got hit with some punishment for that. So she's saying that she shouldn't be hit with any punishment for trying to or whatever like that. I mean, of course now that should be. Oh, no, I don't know if they did or did. I wouldn't listen to the whole, but if she's sent us to some classes or given some type of help, but at the same time. You have to hold to some accountability because you tried to take a life, even though it's your life, but still
Now,
she listed her life
your time,
as a citizen, as a valuable citizen. So you got to take that.
that's a stretch. That is such a stretch because
There's no
but
excuse, Cat. You
you
can't excuse that.
should. Okay, well then the people that deserve it. Okay, the people that go and really do hurt other people on purpose or because they only care about themselves. Why don't you go after them first instead of spending your time on this
I
bullshit?
mean, well, who's to say that they didn't go after them? I mean, like she okay. What you're saying is that you don't like the fact that she's been held accountable just like a person that just tried to take another life. You don't like the fact that she's
Why are
in
there
evil.
people in mental institutions because lawyers said, oh, they're not accountable because they're mentally ill and they didn't know what they're doing? Well, they're not held accountable either. They're getting
Okay, well, no, I'm not defending that part. Now you going off a whole nother. I'm
no,
not
no,
defending
no.
that part.
It applies
I agree with
exactly to what you're
I
saying.
agree with you because I agree with you over there. Like the guy, the fella that went into the church and saw them people, or the fella that walked into the movie theaters and killed all the people. That are like, oh, he's mentally incapable of like no, I don't like that. Like yeah, I get what you're saying on that right along those
So if
lines. So
they
I
know
agree with you.
that, then they should allow the people that commit suicide to be defended saying they weren't mentally competent when they decided to kill themselves.
Well, if you heard what I said, what I stated, I said, are they trying to give them help? What I did now, as far as if they're charging them with something, but it's gonna boil down to is this person this, is the person that. So I that's the more along the lines where I'm going. Is she incapable? Is she sane in the head, or is she just somebody that's down? Because there's a lot of people that they might shit on Facebook. I'm killing myself. I feel like I'm done, but they don't necessarily be fucked up in the head per se. They still are sane. They still you work around with them every day, but at the same time, they can rationalize their thoughts and so forth. So I'm saying, now if she's if they're off the rocker, they just need help.
Yes.
But I think I'm really agreeing with you. It's just that I'm looking at it from all different other angles. As far as like, okay, if this is somebody, okay, like this panel here. So far, everybody on this panel, besides LB, I'm just messing with you. But so far, everybody on this panel, look like they're capable of actually thinking through problems or being self-sufficient adults in this world. So with that being said, if one of us said, all right, I want in my life, I want to kill myself, I would think, okay, well, this person's pretty smart, pretty intelligent. I don't think that they're not one of my mentally challenged patients that I deal with and clients that I deal with on a job basis. So I don't sense that from any of y'all. I don't feel like any of y'all are artistic at all. So therefore, I wouldn't, I can't put you in the same boat. So yeah, you're saying you have a rational way of thinking. You can actually, go out there. You can walk out and drive a car, sanely.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I now think that yeah, if you're talking about killing yourself, maybe you need some either some discipline to it if you don't do it or successfully do it, and then you need some help as well. I mean, because your actions it can hurt others. It can you never. I mean, like I said, killing yourself depends on how I don't know how she was trying to kill herself, what happened, but you can't hurt others in the process, depending on how you're doing it.
On the other side of this, though, let me just say this. Let me just throw this out there. Now, if it's a suicide bomber that failed, fuck them. Do whatever you have to them. Because they desperately, I mean, they definitely were trying to kill other people and they didn't give a shit. So those kind of people, yeah, hold them accountable. I just want to make that clear that I'm not, not
Hey,
saying that they shouldn't be, they deserve what they get.
Hey,
Well,
Kat, I have a question. How did she? You might have said it, and if you did, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it. How did they say that she was trying to kill herself?
They didn't, okay? But
oh
still,
shit.
it got me to thinking, and I was like, what the hell? That's weird. And I thought it would be a good discussion. I guess it's too
It,
soon in the
it
investigation.
is. Now it is a good discussion. That was damn good. Somebody to bring it up on my show.
But you know what? Devin saying something to Sean, he made me think about something else too. I know you don't want to discuss religion, but let me just throw this by you, okay? Because I often struggle with this too. You know, I always believed, I was raised to believe you kill yourself, that's the ultimate sin. You're going to fry in hell, okay? Sorry if I offend anybody, but that's what, I grew up with. I don't know what I believe now, but that's what I was taught growing up. But the thing that
Hmm.
always got me was, what if it's somebody like you see these movies where somebody commits the ultimate act to save other people? Selfless. They let themselves die so that other could live. I don't think it's fair if they fry in hell. That goes against the loving God thing. So that's where I'm conflicted, about that.
Mm-mm.
I often wonder. And then the people that don't want to suffer, and that they don't want to be a burden on their loved ones. I guess they're playing God when they decide to kill themselves. I guess that's a different story. I don't know. But I wonder about that too. I wonder about the people that aren't of the right mind and are so desperate and do commit suicide. So basically, my question is does everybody in every situation that kills themselves, do they go to hell? I just wonder that.
If you do it to yourself, I would think so. But if you're saving lives, I would not think so because you're not. Some people might be like, oh, he's trying to play God by saving their lives, which no, what they're doing is they're risking their life for someone else's life, and that, honestly, to me, that should be held in the highest honor. I know that they die, but they should still be held in the highest honor because they're like if LB were to be in a preschool, right, and he's got a class full of but fuck 4-year-olds and shit, somebody comes with the gun. Sorry, I know it's not a pleasing topic, but fuck it, we're gonna go with it. And there's a 4-year-old that he singles out, and the gunman's got the gun on the 4-year-old. If LB jumps in front of it right as that guy fires and it hits LB and kills him, that should be it, he's saving that child's life. He's saving
Yes.
someone else's life so they can live on. So that's not what I'm saying
Right.
as far as answer the man upstairs. That's
Yeah,
I'm talking about
that's
like if
that's
you
not
kill
in, that's not
yourself.
in the intent to kill himself. I don't think he was intending to kill himself on that one. That was an intent to
Trying to
save
save
someone.
It was an attempt to save. Now, here's why I'm saying that I would think that you would have to answer the man upstairs if you kill yourself intentionally, because it's a selfish act. You're you not only did you just hurt yourself, but you just hurt you hurt your loved ones, and you hurt people like that. That's why I'm saying that I think that that's why when you intentionally kill yourself, shooting yourself in the head, cutting your throat, shit like that. Like
What about this far-fetched situation, though, Devin? Okay. All right. I know this is far-fetched because it's from a movie. I don't know if you've ever seen, what's that called, the Poseidon Adventure? Not Poseidon, the remake, but the old one, the Poseidon Adventure, where the ship turned over. Did you ever see that or hear that?
I might have.
And at the end of that, um, this guy knows that he has to jump to this, like, wheel, and he has to turn it in order for them to be saved. Because if nobody does it, they're all done. So he decides to jump over there and turn it, knowing he's going to fall to his death in this fiery, molten, whatever it is, okay, from the ship. Because, it's upside down. So he does it. And of course, he falls to his death, but he saved all that bunch of other people that was with him. So he did deliberately decide. He knew he was going to die, and he did that. And see, what about a situation like that?
He's still saving lives.
Right, that's the way I see it, because it always used to bother me when they would say to me growing up, nope, you took a life, you took your life, you killed yourself, it's still suicide, you're going to go to hell. And I thought to myself, that's what confused me. That's what kind of
Yeah, Devin's right in that sense because he wasn't intending. I don't think he was intending to die. He wasn't saying, okay,
he
well,
knew he was going to die.
off
He
myself.
knew it. He knew it. Watch it. Yes, it's a good movie too. If you can, it's not like full of
No,
action.
what I'm saying is that he wasn't okay. He knew that his odds of living were slim, but I guarantee you if it was an option to save these people and live, he would have rolled with that instead
Right.
of save these people and then if I can die, well if I can live, no, I want to die instead.
So I mean, I agree that those situations, I think there should be an exception to that.
Yeah, and maybe I didn't state that clearly. I apologize too.
Oh, no, 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 no. I wasn't. No, I wasn't trying to like debate you on that. I was just asking you what you thought about that because that's something that I always thought up growing up too, and I wanted to get your take on it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's how I was raised too. So I in context that kind of probably sounded weird from how I said it, but yeah, I know if you're saving somebody's life, that's totally different than intentionally taking your own life.
Okay, well then, what about the people that like want Dr. Kevorkian or somebody else to mercy kill them? What about that?
Who?
Like I worry about this too. I literally worry about this shit. What if it's an old person? Okay, like there was this one movie that I see again with the movies, huh? There was this old couple, and they were worried about being a burden to their family, and they didn't want to suffer, and they wanted to die together. So they killed themselves. They went in the garage in the car and turned the car on, and they killed themselves that way. And I was like, that's so sad if they fry in hell for that, It just really, really depressed me. Those kinds of things. And, even the ones that say, yes, Kevorkian, kill me. Are they going to fry in hell? I mean, these things, like, bother me.
Shit, I don't know how to answer that one. That one's a little bit more. I'd have to mull over that and think about that one.
Because that's like
I wouldn't think it would, but at the same time, you never know.
A lot of things about religion frighten me. I got to tell you that.
That's why I usually don't talk about it. That's why I was kind of a little bit afraid about it. But I mean, at this point, we're really not talking about religion. It's just more like you said how you were raised, and then we're talking about like different situations that would account or not account for it. So
we're not going to know, I guess, ever, are we?
Probably never.
Brilliant LB says that all life is precious.
LB talks. Yay. I don't care what he says. I'm just happy he talked. Yay, LB.
And no, I'm not. And no, I'm not talking about. I'm not going to talk about Grado, LB.
Yeah, no Grado. That's banned from this whole talk.
Fuck Plato.
In the words of Pope, it's Grado. Grado.
Okay.
Grado.
Fuck Plato.
Another topic that I wanted to bring up is, okay, I saw this woman. I like to watch these videos on YouTube where they're opening different subscription boxes. Some of them I find are so cool and, whatever. Well, this woman, She must have been some rich bitch, okay? Because the way she was
Rich bitch.
acting when she was opening that, she was like so rude. Like, she's like, yeah, I don't like this. That's going to the homeless. Then she gets something else and she
What?
put that in the homeless bin. And I'm thinking, really, you fucking bitch? I'm like, you think that the homeless are not good enough that you'll just give them whatever you don't like. You'll just throw it in. She didn't even say, she wasn't even like, oh, well, maybe somebody will like this. I'll give this to secondhand because, somebody else might like this. No, she was like, well, this is disgusting. Going to the homeless. I'm like, I wanted to slap her.
Maybe
I
she's a
totally
cunt.
wanted to slap her. That was just so rude, I thought. Ugh.
It's obvious she was never disciplined.
I have a word for her.
Ugh.
It starts with a C, and it actually rhymes with hunt.
Yeah.
Can anybody guess the magical word, the word of the day?
I can't think of that one.
It rhymes
Unt.
with runt.
That's too hard to guess it. I don't know.
Runt.
Oh boy.
The thing is that, like,
Could be
I know
stunt.
there are people that say on those subscription box things, well, you're being honest and we like that. Okay, you can be honest, but you don't have to be freaking condescendingly rude and act like you're better than everybody else either.
Basically, think you said at the beginning of the first, right? I think you said it right the first time. You used the word bitch. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cunt.
Stunt.
Okay, well,
Stunt.
we're all in agreement on that, right? She's a bitch.
YouTube
Stunt.
is gonna ban so many of these words because of me.
Oh,
Blunt. Runt.
Weed.
Stunt.
blunt.
We still can't figure out what that word is though. We still can't figure out. I think it was hunt. It got to be hunt. It can't be nothing else.
It's a Disney.
No, I got it. It's C hunt. That's it, huh? C hunt.
Hey
It's
guys,
sent.
I have a nick. Hey guys, I have a nickname for Mark Hunt. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I actually do. Hold on, let me put on my Power Ranger PJs.
Yeah, he's actually Mark Cunt. Wow.
Oh my god,
Wow.
only us here at the WWE would come up with shit like that because we're fucking great.
Well,
Go beat
listen,
your
guys,
dick with Fritos.
I have other topics, but I'm going to have to go AFK right now because I really need to use the facilities. So I will be right back, okay?
All right.
Sometimes we talk about kind of the cheesy slogans, or just being on a cheesy route right now. I just saw the billboard, I guess the cover photo for the movie Central Intelligence, and
Mhm.
I'm wondering it is put out there, but they actually has anybody seen the big poster for the Central Intelligence movie?
Mm-mm.
Anybody read what it
I
said?
I actually went and
It-
watched it, but no.
No, the trailer, with the picture, the poster says the billboard poster. What the fuck it? I'm putting the words wrong, but anyways, without being correct about it, the poster says, "Little Heart, but Big Johnson."
It said that in the trailer. Yeah.
It says you gotta have a little heart. You gotta give it a little heart, but you gotta have a Big Johnson.
That's just great.
I was like, what the? And people get mad about TNA.
I think that shit's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you may have a little heart, but you got a Big Johnson. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
Like you,
but like it's cheesy, but it works.
Oh, that's funny as shit.
yeah, I know.
goes with
I know it's a high octane joke to where those that are sleazy, intelligent sleazy can get it, but still, you got some very smart kids nowadays. They already on to that shit. So I was like, really? Like that's the marketing slogan. Like literally, that's commercial marketing. So that's it right there. That's it. Like that, I was like, wow.
How do you feel
I like
about
this.
having a little heart and a big Johnson, LB?
Oh no.
Whoa.
How do you feel about that? I have to know.
Would you rather have a little heart or a big Johnson? I don't want to know.
I think most guys. I think we know how most guys would probably answer that question.
Well,
Actually,
look,
no.
look. There'll be a lot of heart problems in America. You won't see no more commercials for Big Johnson no more.
Cardiologists would be like the fucking richest motherfuckers in the world.
Oh shit. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to invite y'all over to Bitch Lap. That's gonna be some funny shit. Oh boy.
Broken LB chooses option 2.
Well, hold on, motherfucker. You just can't take my goddamn moniker.
Yeah.
There's
What's
broken
wrong
Devin
with him?
Hardy in this bitch.
Broken Devin.
Broken Devin, you came over to the right side. I knew you'd come.
Yeah, yeah, and thanks to LB, I am brother Negro. Negro or Negro? I don't know. Because my last name is actually Negron, so
He got that shit from fucking Bruce.
LB, I remember when everybody thought you was white. Oh man, you remember that?
to be
Yeah,
honest,
everybody thought.
I actually thought that too.
I remember that because some other I said, wow. He said, I'm shocked. You're black.
I heard you say that as I was coming back to Sean, and you know what? Everybody thought that I was black.
What?
Yeah. For a long time when I first came on YouTube, everybody thought I was black.
I think the Panther gave it away.
No, this is before I had the Panther.
I was gonna make that joke earlier, Kat, when you said you like the Black Panther. I was gonna say something about that, but I was like, nah, she's talking about something serious, so I'm not gonna say anything.
No, I mean, seriously, they thought that I was before I ever had this Black Panther as my icon. And they were actually shocked to find out that I wasn't.
They weren't upset, were they? They seemed upset, like, oh, she's not a sister.
She's not one of us. She's not black.
Burn her down.
Damn white women.
Actually, they weren't upset. They actually seemed to be a little bit happier with me. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say
Oh, come on.
Well, I mean,
We don't have to pull her weave.
looks like we don't have to buy her any waffles and chicken.
No Remy for her.
I think what it must have been was because, see, I have a lot of African American ladies as friends. And whenever they were being racist towards...
I love how you put that. The African American lady friend.
I never know what offends people. Some people are offended whenever I say black, and some
Just
people are
say
offended
nigga.
when I say African American. I don't know what the hell to say. But I think it was because I defended them, and I was all offended when they said shit about them, that they just assumed that I was also black.
I think you should use every term possible. Like anytime you address a black person, I think you should say, "My Negro African American black friend."
I'd still get in trouble.
No, it'll work. It'll work. Trust me, it'll work.
Just walk into a room. Niggas.
Can you imagine?
No. Don't use that one. Don't use that one. It probably won't work. But I think you say Negro, African American, black, urban friend. That would work.
Hello, my dark-skinned complexion chocolate friend.
People don't
Yes.
Negro
Throw
either.
that one too. It'll work. Trust me. But it'll work. But make sure you have your pistol by your side. Excuse me, my Negro, black, African American friend.
Excuse me, brother Negro.
Oh my God! Yeah, you get away with saying that, but you're right. I would need a pistol if I said that because I'd be shot or brutally beaten.
But you're a woman. I don't know. Like, see, we talked about this on my blog talk show at one point about as we was titling it, white people that use they grow up in the hood and try to use the nigger word or the N word.
The nigger word.
Yeah, the nigger word. And but I got eternal with it. I was because a lot of young white women they'll grow up in so-called or be in the rural areas of the hood, the streets. They would you'll see them using it a lot. They're like, damn, that white girl saying nigga, what the fuck? But you for real, you have to look at who these girls were hanging around. They'd be around a bunch of niggas, but they'd be around the male. For real, they'd be around the male niggas. And think about it, the male niggas they around her because they want to dick her down. They don't give a fuck what she say. So she was getting a pass because they were just trying to dick her down. They didn't give a shit, But the guys, the so-called white males that are from the hood or that stayed in those rural areas, they couldn't get away with it like that with every black guy because some dudes that you grow up with, they'll let it slide like, oh, little Roscoe cool, he like one of us. But they go into like the next neighborhood, like, hey, what's up, my nigga? And it'd be like a death sentence all of a sudden. So ain't the same effect, but.
Can I have your permission to say the N-word to give you an example of something funny that a black friend of mine said to me?
Not while we on live, because I don't want to get my ass whooped out there.
Yes. Go ahead.
I'll get my ass whooped for this. I have to know.
I
want to hear
Cat. I don't want to offend anybody. This was a black woman saying this to me. Okay.
Hold on. Act like we enemies. I don't like you, Cat. Call me. Go ahead.
She said, I won't use it. I'll just say N-word. So we were talking about something that she thought was funny, and she went, N-word, please. So she called me that. She said that, please, to me. I was amused by it, actually. But she did. She called me that.
Okay, but hold on. Let me stop you right there.
I thought it was
why don't y'all hit us back with the cracker word? Well, see, say cracker, please.
Just like I told another one of the ladies that I was hanging with. I said, what if we walked around going, and because like I wasn't offended by what she said, but it made me think. I said, wouldn't it be funny if we went around going, hey, cracker, please.
I was wondering. That's why I said that. I was like, you should. Yes, do that. I acknowledge every Caucasian person. Say, cracker. Hey. But y'all gotta say cracker.
Cracker doesn't offend me. Period.
GA word. I'm just saying. I think that's a way of correcting us because it lets us know, like, all right, well, we need to shut the fuck up. Stop. No, we don't need to be trying to use it as a double standard. So I think you're onto something there. Matter of fact, you can on this panel call all of us C word. We can't say C word. You no longer N word, especially when we're on live.
Well, I can't be a cracker because I'm a bagel. So
No, you're already both. According to that person, you're both.
Oh yeah.
He's not both. He's just entitled. he is both. He's a CR. No, he's a CN.
Yeah,
he a Krieger.
Kind of a nigga.
Yeah. He black, but he ain't full black. But,
so he's a
nigga crack.
It is very funny.
Crack a nig.
Crack a barrel.
He a nicka. Nicka. Nicka.
Nicka.
I think Robert Dam said it best. You one of a kind. Shit.
It was funny. It was funny one time though, because once we found out LB was, black.
I busted his balls for it.
Yeah, we were on an off-air hangout. I think it was an off-air hangout where UW said, "Man, when I heard his name was Laura, I knew he was black."
Yeah. Okay.
I was on he said Laura. Who the fuck names a white kid Laura?
Wait, no. I gotta contradict that because I've seen plenty of movies where the rich white dude was named Lars. Lars. Lars.
Yeah, okay.
I had this creeping suspicion LB was black though, I'm sorry. Oh shit, we're still live, aren't we? Oh fuck. Oops. Totally forgot about that, but no, I was like,
This motherfucker's black, isn't he? I don't know why. I was like, this whole time, I was like, even when well, I've always called him LB, but even before I saw his name, I was like, I know he's black. I know he is. Then you guys were talking about how you guys were making fun of me because I never saw his forehead in that picture. I was like, no, I never saw the forehead. I didn't know he was black. He's like, yeah, I knew he was black. Fucking holdouting on me.
Yeah, but when he said, "Oh, I knew his name was Laura," I knew he was. But
Okay, guys, I'll admit that I don't know much about sports, okay? It's just pretty much like I've watched wrestling before,
Uh-oh.
before I got disgusted with it. And if I got this story wrong, I know that you will correct me. So, but apparently there's some big star that got caught abusing his 4-year-old,
Who?
a sports celebrity, and I have no idea who it is, but I heard this guy ranting on it. And he brought up a good point. He said, isn't that amazing how if you can throw a football really good, you get excused from things that other people don't?
Right.
And I thought about that, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. And people will defend you and stick up for you. And like, I've even seen it happening with singers. You could like totally beat the shit out of your wife, but all that matters is how good their music is. So they like glaze over what that person did. And I wanted to get you guys what your thoughts were on that.
Society's fucked up, and there's a fucking double standard bullshit.
Yeah, he abused a 4-year-old.
So he should go to jail.
Apparently, a lot of people are taking up for him, though.
Who is this shit? Oh, you said you don't know. Never mind. Sorry.
It's a football player. I do know that. So, and I mean, it does seem like everything's excused if you're good at playing sports. Now, I've heard the other side of the story. I've heard like a lot of women, they're gold diggers, and they know what they're doing, but whenever the guy doesn't want them anymore, they're just going to say he raped them, and I believe that could happen too. I totally believe that could happen. But with the rape thing, I do believe that there are some sports celebrities that feel like they're above it all, and so they don't care, so they feel it's okay for them to just take what they want and do what they want. But I do believe there is that other side to it too, where people like lie and shit. But this isn't something like rape. This is like child abuse. So, not that I'm even minimizing rape. I'm not. I'm just saying that, I'm not trying to change the subject. I know it was about child abuse, but I kind of segued into the rape thing because it seems like a lot of sports stars kind of get away with rape.
I mean, it's not just that. I mean, we talked about celebrities like Hollywood stars
Yeah.
as well.
Yep, that's true. And I've even seen it in like high school and elementary school. If you play sports, there's a different standard for you than all the other students if you're good at sports.
Yeah, they get away with more shit. And trust me, I know because I used to be I was a student athlete.
Yeah, you get forgiven lots of things. The standards do not apply to you because you're an athlete, especially if you're a star athlete.
Oh yeah, those fucking star athletes, man, they do any fucking thing. They can go out there and in class fucking whip their dick out, and coach would be like, no, 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 just give them extra homework.
Yeah.
So I know it's not as severe as like rape and stuff, but I'm just trying to give an example, and I don't really like using rape as.
Believe me, they'll stick up for their players, no matter what they did. I've heard coaches talking about how a teacher overreacted to something and minimizing the situation because they want the guy available to play a sport. Because they want to win the game.
I'm sorry, I know you were talking about something, but when you said Gold Digger, that song by Kanye West popped in my head. I just had to say that. That's what I was thinking.
I was looking today too on YouTube. Something struck my eye. I was looking up, some information, but I saw this as one of the suggested videos, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting. Let me see it. And it was about celebrities who fucked up their lives, like in seconds, who fucked up their whole career. And, you know, these were people that, I mean, they really made horrible, selfish mistakes. And celebrities think that they could just do whatever the hell they want. Of course, they mentioned Mel Gibson, but they mentioned this other actress who she was speeding. And so she ran over somebody because she was speeding her car in a no-speed zone in a residential area. She hit a kid, okay?
Ugh.
And then this other actress, in fact, it was Brandy. You know Brandy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these guys had stopped, okay, at a crosswalk where a kid was crossing. They had stopped. She was impatient that they had stopped, so she put on the gas and drove her car around and hit the kid, and the kid died.
Damn.
See, they're so entitled, they don't, I mean, gosh, that made me sick. That kind of upset me bad. I mean, you don't realize that there has to be a reason that the cars are stopped at a crosswalk. You're that impatient.
It's ridiculous.
And you don't want to wish, like, horrible things on people, but I hope she at least feels like shit about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, I don't blame you for feeling that way.
That would be worse if she didn't care, you know? But her career is over because of that.
But good.
Oh hell no! You talking about Moesha? Nah, her career been over. Brandy career been over way before that.
He said Moesha.
That's true.
No. See the thing why she hit somebody probably was to get some publicity. But that bitch been gone off the list for a long ass time. Let's not prop her up too goddamn far up on the ladder. No, she probably was rushing to an audition to see if she can get a role in something. They still didn't cast her ass. That's all that was. She been baked and done. I'm sorry.
Did you
I know
not
you
like
trying to be.
Moesha?
Now she has no chance, though, in hell of ever, you know, getting up there.
Yeah, she can go and do some porn with her big spacious ass eyeballs.
Well,
That,
I'll watch it.
The last time that Brandy was relevant was in the movie I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
That
when
was
she
a long
died.
time ago, LB.
I think LB's talking about when she died though in the movie.
Oh. Well, listen,
clever.
I have one more topic, but is there anything that...
No, Cat. No more time. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
one more, suffer through it, one more. But was there anything that I've missed that I said was going to be a topic, Christian?
How I'm broken.
I don't. I think you covered all of them.
Okay, well, this last one is what I found out about the movie Pain and Gain. And I don't blame the person, okay? The victim was really upset because they made a comedy out of a story that was, like, horrific for him. Like, to get the fans on the buffoon side, they made him out to be an asshole in the movie, and that wasn't true. It was just like their victim. They just wanted money off of him. And, you know, he ruined their lives. They ruined his life. And he was just really upset that they tried to make the bad guys, you know, sympathetic and likable. I didn't think they were sympathetic and likable.
I'm sorry, Cat, but you gotta look at it like this. They casted The Rock and Mark Wahlberg as the lead star roles, so most definitely that shit. Him feeling, you know, any way about that movie, he should have got pissed off when Mark Wahlberg and Rock was cast as it, because they're gonna automatically like the people that are playing them roles anyway. So
I didn't like them. I thought they were horrible. And I know some other people that thought they were horrible too. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I totally.
it's as the shit. Pain and Gain is, I don't know. I know a lot of people that love that damn movie. It was funny. because I mean, you I'm saying the guy lost in that argument because you look at who's cast for who. The Rock got a hell of a following that likes him no matter what. Mark Wahlberg is like he has a cult fucking following, so they were gonna like it and love him regardless. So that guy he's just shooting shit just for the hell of it because
No, he's
they
not
made
shooting shit. He deserves some sympathy because he had to go through that shit.
he got his sympathy. He got acknowledged.
Deserves to go through that. Nobody, okay?
Nobody. I'm saying he got his sympathy. He got acknowledged. So I mean, but still, regardless, if you know a movie like that coming out, they're gonna. I don't give a damn if they would have made The Rock and Mark Wahlberg as grimace and evil as possible. Still, regardless, the people are gonna like The Rock's character and Mark Wahlberg's character because they have a core following, regardless.
But they felt they had to change the character of the victim so that they could keep the
It
people
still
like
wouldn't have worked.
Wahlberg and
They could have had fucking Justin Timberlake playing this character. They still would have loved The Rock and Mark Wahlberg's character.
I didn't. I hated their characters.
That's because I guess you're a little different. But if we talk about core followings, The Rock got a hell of a following. Mark Wahlberg has, like I said, a cult following. So the ladies would.
Doesn't that go along with what we were saying before, though, about how some people will excuse everything because of who the person is? That kind of goes along with that.
This is a little different because we're talking about a movie, and the actors so much don't really got much to do as far as just most of them don't even know the real goddamn story behind it.
That's true.
It's the role they're
He
being
was mad
cast
at
for.
the movie writers. He wasn't mad at Wahlberg and The Rock. He was mad at the script writers and how the movie people misled him and everything. And, you know, I guess I had a problem with the movie, too. Even though I'll admit there were some things that The Rock's idiot character did. It made me laugh out loud, okay? I mean, he was a friggin' idiot. And it was funny.
Oh yeah, I most definitely I like when he got hooked on cocaine again. That was the funniest shit.
So the funniest was when he came into the court and he sees that guy there that he victimized, and he waves at him like they're good friends. That was so funny. I'm like, what the hell? Like he waved at him.
I like when he showed up high to the security the neighborhood watch meeting.
Oh my God! Those people. You know what? I told some friends of mine that if that's the way people are in Miami, then we need to invade Miami.
It is.
Well, then we should invade Miami then.
You know how much fucking cocaine gets pushed through that fucking city?
But yeah, I suspect. You know, but I don't know. People just don't see. Here's the thing. I'm against glamorizing crime in movies because I think that to younger people who, you know, don't really know about consequences and, you know, don't even really understand humanity yet, they see these things. They see their heroes doing this stuff, and it's made to be okay in the movies, like there's no consequences, and so they strive to be like that. And, you know, that's why people are so cold-hearted these days and have no sympathy. You know, they just like to make people victims because they feel like they're entitled to and they deserve it and they're all cool. And I don't think that's a stretch for me to say that at all. Even though I've enjoyed a ton of these movies like this, I'm just really appalled the way they glamorize crime like it's okay to do.
I think that as far as the movie director goes, like when they, I understand what you're saying, Kat. So no, I'm not trying to like debate or like say anything that you're saying is wrong because you're absolutely right. But as far as that goes, the fucking parents should do the goddamn job and teach their kids right from wrong. It's not up to movies. Fuck, movies is entertainment. God damn it, I fucking think Michael Myers fucking slash bitches is fucking entertaining. And
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
and if a parent doesn't teach their kid right from wrong, then the guilt is on the parent.
Well, we think that stuff is entertaining, but we're also yelling at the screen going, "Run, bitch, run!"
I really do that too. I'm like, bitch,
With all this with all this evil killing and slashing, I got to say, man, I enjoyed myself on the panel tonight. Shout out to Kat, shout out to Christian. Can I say Captain Christian? Can I say Captain Christian? Christian? Okay, can I say that?
Whatever you want.
Sure.
Okay.
Free.
And Devin, and the non-speaking ass LB. But I'm finna I'm finna
Everyone
go ahead.
in
I'm
the
gonna go.
silence for 5 seconds as we praise LB, the new president of the world.
Why does that
Okay.
similarly sound like Christian's voice?
I don't know. That was weird.
Oh, you see, Christian's
Okay.
pranking us. Christian,
Uh,
Billy LB, yep.
Yeah. So
oh yeah,
on
that's
that
very
note,
yeah. Go ahead.
on that
Sorry
note,
about that.
I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to exit. I got another previous engagement. Some of these chicks are hitting me up, so I have to oblige them.
Hey,
But
get you some,
hey,
brother.
most definitely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm, okay. Well, on that note, hey, feel free to join me when you're ready to do the Bitch Lap Radio or Wrestle Talk Media, either which way. But
Thank you.
yes. But I enjoyed this topic here in this show, this panel here, most definitely. Y'all get my vote, and I gotta exit, and I'm out. Peace.
Okay, thanks for coming. Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. Niggas.
Cracker.
No, it's Nick. Nick.
How about we just say nickel?
Sure.
I like Nicklet.
Nickel.
I think Nicklet is an okay word.
You know what? I'm just saying ninja. Fuck that.
Ninja, yeah.
From now on, my ninjas. So.
Well, unless you guys have another topic you want to say on air, we could, take it off air. It's up to you. Do you have something else you want to say live?
Porn is fantastic.
Not all of it is.
Rosemary.
HLA.
The fuck is this dude's, like, holy shit, the fuck is this guy's thing with Rosemary?
All right,
Almost-
well. Oh, go ahead, Devin. Sorry.
Almost as bad as me and Abyss, holy shit.
EC3.
I told you, LB, that was banned. Banned. No, I don't severely dislike EC3 like I severely like other people. I just play around. Although that does irritate me, that trouble shit.
I don't know. I like it. I like the
That's why
theme
it
song.
irritates me, because Christian Negron likes it, so it annoys me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I
that
got
explains
a
it.
remix to it. Getting bitches. That's my
There you
fucking,
go. That's a
that's
good
my
one.
theme too.
That's clever. That's good.
How about puppy dog?
Fuck yeah, I'm in for that too. Fucking love dogs.
All right, well, viewers, I'm going to take this off air now. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great weekend.
Peace.
Niggas.
Later!